جهان سپاس از جناب آرش صابری با شعر خوبشان و تشکر جناب قیصر. امیدوار هستیم که دوستان و حال از بانوی فعال خانم بهادری فعال امور مهاجرت در شمال کالیفرنیا خواهشمندیم تا در استیج تشریف بیاورند و مطلبی را که در ارتباط با مصر و مقاومت آماده کردن به خوانش بیارند. بفرمایید.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Ahmad Aziz. Thank you all for being here today. Today we have come together as one to commemorate and honor the life and legacy of Shahid Massoud and our fallen freedom fighters. May they rest in the highest of heavens. Ameen. Shahid Massoud had many titles. He was known as the man who won the Cold War, Napoleon, Lion of Panjshir, and rightfully so, a national hero. No one understood the Taliban, the role of Pakistan, the use of Islamic fundamentalism like Shahid Massoud. He was a bold advocate for representation by elections, women's rights, and education. Towards the end of his life, he signed a declaration recognizing women's rights and agreed to hold the first ever women's conference in 2000 in Panjshir Valley. This is important to note because the Taliban have been given back power today and they are enforcing cruel rule on women because they fear educated women. Shahid Massoud stood up in the face of tyranny to his last breath. His legacy is upheld by the freedom fighters of today, the National Resistance Front. They are still standing and resisting, whether by pen or by foot. In the past 12 months, Afghanistan has been through the most brutal atrocities of mankind. Today, as I stand here before you, the Taliban are committing crimes against humanity in Panjshir Valley, continuing their war crimes, forcing local communities to leave their homes and taking their land, extrajudicial killings and ethnic cleansings, yet the world is silent. Yet our people in Afghanistan, the National Resistance Front, have continued to stand up in resistance against these terrorist Taliban. This is the resistance that is standing up to defend the people's dignity, integrity, freedom, and justice. So I want to say today to our Ahmad Aziz that we see you, we hear you, and we stand by you in your pursuit of the liberation of Afghanistan, the preservation of our rights, the safeguarding of our heritage and culture. To my sisters in Afghanistan, we will not let the Taliban erase you. Thank you for giving a voice to the struggle. There is no noble resistance than this, to fight for freedom, justice, and truth. We are bearing witness to what Shahid Massoud knew, warned us about, and was fighting off all along. A brutal, vicious, terrorist Taliban who only aims to cripple Afghanistan and make a safe haven for terrorists. So you're probably asking yourself, what can we do here, Zohal, to help our people back home? First, continue to raise awareness, but do so by relaying your message in a way where others will hear you respectfully and strategically, and support NGOs helping directly inside Afghanistan. But more than anything, what we can do here, the most powerful act, is taking control of our local power by participating, by registering to vote, and voting for representatives that represent our values, our interests. From there, we build our political capital. And I'm going to go one step deeper. To harness our power, to reclaim our power. so we can make an impact, we must support one another. Embrace our differences, please. Welcome one another with empathy and kindness. Respect one another, please. Let's uplift each other to build us up so we can build up our power. Because we are all we have. No one will know better to support our people than our own. This is why I am so proud to say I was one of the co-founders of an organization called the 5 Pillars that helps in the resettlement of our Afghan brothers and sisters that evacuated from Afghanistan last fall to the US. This is one way I am continuing the values of Shahid Massoud's legacy by working in my own backyard, working to welcome with dignity and respect our Afghan brothers and sisters, to help empower them so we can empower and uplift our community and build onto that. So one day, our empowered community, you guys, can be as close as possible to decision making and makers so we can have significant political capital to make an impact nationally. Inshallah, I have hope for our people. It starts here with me, with us here today. And if you want to get involved, please reach out to me. I will be happy to help guide you. If the last 12 months was any indication of how alone we are in the world for the fight for freedom, justice, and truth, it was also an indication of how strong and resilient we are as a people. Let's continue to keep the fight for what's right and just. Jazakallah khair.
از بانوی گرامی زحل بهادری فعال امور مهاجرین افغانستان در شمال کالیفرنیا اظهار سپاس و امتنان می‌نماییم. گوله‌بار پرزمهر انبیا دارد شهید